So good morning or good night, depending on where you are, and welcome to another album review of the Shield Dude on a Couch. I'm your host, Hector, and tonight we're going to talk about the brand new Suicide Silence album called Remember You Must Die. Yeah, thank you, Suicide Silence, for reminding us that we all will die someday. So, yeah, it's a great album to get you cheered up for Sunday morning. And I have a funny story about this. I was Googling the album artwork on Facebook, and Facebook had a prompt that say, "Are you okay, Hector? Do you need some help?" Yeah, I need some help. Just get me the fucking artwork. But yeah, no, Facebook, I am not suicidal. I just wanted the artwork for this album. So this is a band that has had some tragedy in their career. Their first singer tragically died in a motorcycle accident, and obviously they had to recover from that. Then they got a new singer, and a few years ago they put out an album that experimented with new metal, and they were fucking crucified for it. People were not having it. They were not happy about this album, so they trashed it. So now the band is back. And with this album, I think that they're getting back to their roots, more into deathcore, because that's what they do. And this is the album artwork for the album Remember You Must Die. And of course, the artwork is great because it's all about death. You see the baby dying, you see all the skulls, and you are remembered with all the details that, yeah, time is infinite, and one day you're not going to be on this earth. And I like this album artwork because it looks very comic book like, so it's a cool album artwork for me in that respect. So this album, it's an album that I wouldn't say it's reinventing the wheel, but I wouldn't say it's awful as well. I think it does what it counts to do. And I think this band, they kept it really safe with this record. But, the album starts with Remember, which is like an intro, and it starts building up. And then you go to You Must Die. And You Must Die is a really pummeling like track, and like it's got some great riffing on it and very catchy, and like it shouts like you must die, and you really feel it. It's very anthemic, and that's what I think what they're going for. Then they go with Capable of Violence and FW, and Capable of Violence is just a song that is pummeling all the way through. It's not that long, but it really lets you in on how human society as a whole can be so violent, and they were capable of anything with violence, and this is what this song does on this. And then they have two songs like with Fuck for Life and Kill Forever, when they rely on a lot of the tropes that deathcore relies on, which is like a lot of like chanting vocals and breakdowns, and they do it on these tracks, especially "Fucked for Life." They shout like "Fucked for life," and you're like, yes, who can't relate with that? Who hasn't been fucked for life? Who doesn't have like house payments, like car payments, like alimony, child support? Yes, everyone can relate with being fucked for life. Then Kill Forever, it has that chanting like "Kill Forever," and it's another track that I could hear in a mosh pit and really get into it, because I think this will translate better live. Then God Be Damned and Altar of Self are pretty interesting numbers. There's a little bit more of variation of those tracks, and I think they play more cleaner guitar on those ones, so they were enjoyable. But then the tracks that follows, Endless Dark, The Third Death, Be Deceived, they're pretty like deathcore by the numbers, and sometimes a song ends and when the other begins, and that can be bad, because you're like, okay, I feel like I already listened to this riff in the track before this. But it's something that happens with deathcore. But the album ends stronger with Dying Life and Full Void. And Dying Life, I think, has another more of those chanting vocals that are really memorable and stay in your head. And Full Void is a longer track at 5.5 minutes, and it starts slower, with a slower intro. It takes its time to build up, and then it goes full on deathcore, and it pummels you into submission, and it ends the album on a fairly high note. So is this an album that I would go back to a lot? Not really. Deathcore is not really my thing. I think if you're looking for more experimentation in music, obviously Suicide Silence and Remember You Must Die is not it. They played it super safe on this album. They were just like, let's do a deathcore album by the numbers because we don't want to get crucified like we did a few years ago when we went on full on new metal. And unfortunately, there's some tracks that blend into each other, and there's some okay tracks. They're not mind blowing, but there's some catchiness and some good riffing on it. So if you like deathcore, I think you will enjoy this because it has its fun moments on it. Well, I wouldn't say fun, but it has a lot of energy in the 39 minutes. And being 39 minutes, it does not overstay its welcome. But yeah, if you are looking for something that does different things, Suicide Silence, Remember You Must Die, is not the album for you. So, what are your favorite tracks of this album? Comment. I would really want to know. And are you happy that the band went more to their roots on this album? So, if you like the videos that I'm putting out, do not forget to give me a like and do not forget to subscribe. That really helps the channel grow. And I have more content on the way. So until next time, this is Hector, the Shield doing a couch, and I'll see you right here on the couch. Thank you